Chapter 3: A Talented Young Artist Discovering Her Passion. Beatrix Potter's early years were marked by a profound affinity for the natural world, a fascination that would ultimately manifest through her artistic talents and storytelling prowess. Born on July 28, 1866, in Kensington, London, Beatrix was the only daughter in a well-to-do family. Her parents, Rupert and Helen Potter, recognized her artistic inclinations early on and fostered her creative spirit. While her father was an accomplished barrister, it was her mother who introduced Beatrix to the world of drawing and painting, gifting her with art supplies that ignited her passion for visual storytelling. This support served as a vital foundation for Beatrix's artistic journey, allowing her to explore her love for nature through the medium of art. From a young age, Beatrix showed an innate talent for drawing, with her early sketches reflecting her keen observation of the natural world around her. Her playful imagination bloomed as she sketched animals, primarily the creatures that inhabited the English countryside during her family's summer excursions to their rural holiday home in the Lake District. Here, she spent countless hours studying wildlife, meticulously observing and capturing them in her drawings. Her sketches of rabbits, hedgehogs, and birds soon evolved into more elaborate illustrations, often infused with personified emotions and whimsical narratives. These early attempts demonstrated her profound ability to blend reality and fantasy, laying the groundwork for her future works. Influences surrounding her during her formative years not only nurtured her artistic techniques, but also shaped her conceptual framework. Beatrix was particularly captivated by the Victorian illustrators of her time, such as John Tenniel and Randolph Caldecott, whose work she meticulously analyzed. Caldecott's ability to bring characters to life through illustrations and storytelling resonated deeply with her, sparking Beatrix's desire to develop her own distinctive style. Additionally, her affinity for the works of renowned children's writers like Lewis Carroll and the classic fairy tales further fueled her imagination, encouraging her to experiment with visual storytelling. Beatrix not only emulated their artistic features, but also drew inspiration from their ability to weave fantastical elements into narrative contexts. As Beatrix honed her artistic skills, she gravitated towards the subtle nuances of watercolor painting. This medium allowed her to capture the vibrant colors of the natural landscape in a way that felt immediate and alive. By working with watercolors, Beatrix was able to convey the transitory qualities of the flora and fauna she loved so dearly, a technique that would become a hallmark of her future illustrations. Beatrix's commitment to observing her subjects in their natural habitats underscored her artistic legitimacy. She captured the essence of the animals she loved, weaving their characteristics into her illustrations. This detailed approach not only showcased her artistic talent, but also reflected her deep respect for nature, an ethos that would define her work. It was during her frequent visits to the Lake District that Beatrix's artistic practice truly flourished. The captivating beauty of the landscape, with its rolling hills and shimmering lakes, offered her endless inspiration. Here she began to sketch plants, rocks, and various creatures, expanding her portfolio to include the diverse forms of life she encountered. Beatrix often spent hours observing her surroundings, allowing her to develop an intimate connection with nature that would ultimately reverberate through her later works. The wildflower meadows and lush woodlands became her playground, and her insatiable curiosity pushed her to seek out diverse species of insects and animals, documenting her findings with intricate details. This extraordinary connection to her environment provided her with an authentic lens through which to depict the world in her illustrations. Moreover, Beatrix's explorations in natural history sparked an interest in scientific observation, which would also be reflected in her art. She embraced the practice of careful rendering, always paying attention to the anatomical details of her subjects, from the precise curves of a rabbit's ear to the delicate markings on a ladybug's wing. This dual pursuit, both artistic and scientific, revealed Beatrix as a precocious talent who was not only capable of creating enchanting images, but also of respecting the biological characteristics that made her subjects unique. Her ability to replicate form and detail with such tenderness would contribute to the timeless quality of her illustrations, allowing her readers to feel a genuine connection to the animals she depicted. While Beatrix found great joy in her artistic pursuits, she also faced societal constraints reflective of the time's gender roles. Women in the late 19th century often found it challenging to pursue careers in the arts, and many were expected to adhere to traditional notions of femininity, which prioritized domesticity over individual ambitions. Nonetheless, Beatrix was undeterred by these limitations, as her passion for art and storytelling pushed her to break free from societal expectations. Her efforts to create professional illustrations for magazines and her early attempts to publish her work showcased her determination and resilience. She was quietly rebellious, refusing to allow the conventions of her time to stifle her creativity, and this spirit would ultimately pave the way for her later success. To further develop her skills and seek formal instruction, Potter pursued drawing lessons, allowing her to refine her techniques and gain confidence in her abilities. She enrolled at the renowned Kensington Art School and took classes under notable instructors, immersing herself in formal artistic training. However, Beatrix's love for realism and her unique style often clashed with the academic standards of the period, leading her to embrace a more autonomous artistic identity. While her peers focused on traditional subjects and methods, Beatrix's commitment to capturing the intricate details of nature distinguished her from her contemporaries. Her desire to explore the intersection of observation and imagination set her on a distinctive path that would ultimately culminate in her legendary status as an author and illustrator. As Beatrix continued to grow as an artist, she began to explore the possibility of publishing her work. Encouraged by her family, she submitted her illustrations to various publications. It was during this period that she created some of her most memorable characters and stories, allowing her imaginative world to take flight. The initial illustrations she crafted, featuring adorable animals engaged in charming escapades, hinted at her creative potential. Yet it was her now iconic creation, The Tale of Peter Rabbit, that would truly establish her artistic legacy. Inspired by the encounters she had during her childhood adventures in the Lake District, this whimsical story, combined with her intricate illustrations, captivated readers and set the foundation for her successful career as a children's author. The Tale of Peter Rabbit was not merely a book. It was an embodiment of Beatrix's artistic vision and storytelling prowess. Through her delicate watercolor illustrations and the heartwarming narrative, Beatrix formulated a delightful yet poignant tale that resonated with audiences of all ages. It brought to life her passion for nature and showcased her remarkable ability to convey deep emotions through simple yet profound storytelling. The success of Peter Rabbit ignited Beatrix's career, opening the door for a series of beloved tales featuring similarly enchanting characters, each brought to life through her unparalleled artistry. As Beatrix Potter matured as both an artist and an author, she remained committed to her initial principles: to honor nature through her illustrations and engage young readers with her imaginative narratives. Throughout her life, she continually explored new artistic techniques while remaining true to her vision, ultimately becoming one of the most beloved children's authors and illustrators in literary history. Her journey as a talented young artist bore the marks of courage, resilience, and an unwavering passion for creativity, qualities that continue to inspire generations of artists and storytellers. Through her art, Beatrix illustrated not only her own evolution as an artist, but also the importance of following one's passion, encouraging others to discover and nurture their own talents. The legacy she left behind is a testament to the power of art and nature, forever etched in the hearts of readers across the globe.